This may be the most important financial video you ever watch. My name's Dom Trimboli, founder of Refinancer. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can shave years off your mortgage. I'm talking all the way from 3 years to 23 years. I'm gonna make this super easy to understand. There's no tricks, there's no paywall, no nothing. It's simple stuff to understand. I'm gonna explain it to you in plain English so you can understand how you turn a 30-year mortgage into a 7-year mortgage. Now, the first thing to understand about reducing your mortgage significantly is it does involve action. There are a few things you're gonna have to do. These are tried and tested methods. They actually work. It's pure math and it's really simple once you can get your head around it. So let's start with the 30-year mortgage and let's get it down step by step all the way to 7 years. Now, starting with a $700,000 mortgage at 6% with a 30-year loan term. The first step in making a massive reduction to this is we're gonna commit to $100 extra per week in extra repayments. That means for the entirety of the loan term, for as long as we have this loan, we are gonna pay $100 more. Whether your repayments are $600 a week, we're gonna pay $700. Whether your repayments are $200 a week, we're gonna pay $300. Now, this money can also go into offset. It does the same thing. It means you're paying less interest and you're effectively saving by offsetting money against the loan. The money in offset will save you big time on interest. The idea is to not touch it, but even if there's an emergency, you can touch it. It will obviously have some negative effects if you take the money out of there, but it's still better than having nothing in there at all. So we've got that loan term. Just by doing that, we can reduce the loan to 23.5 years. That's right, just by making an extra $100 a week, we've reduced our loan by 6.5 years. That's over 20%. So now that we've got a 23.5 year loan term, what's the next step? For the entirety of the loan, we're gonna commit to refinancing every 2 years. Now, the assumption when we refinance is that we're gonna get a better interest rate and we're gonna get a cashback. Our data tells us that the average refinance can save 0.4% on interest. That means if you've got 6%, it's likely 5.6% is out there. We're gonna make the assumption that every 2 years, we can save 0.4% on average throughout the life of your loan. By refinancing every 2 years throughout the life of the loan, we're gonna shave off another 2.5 years. That's right, the loan's now down to 21 years. Just by paying an extra $100 a week and through refinance savings on interest, we've got the loan down to 21 years. Now, over the past 7 or 8 years, when you've refinanced, you've also got a cashback. These cashbacks have ranged from $2,000 all the way to $5,000. We're gonna make the assumption that after fees refinancing, your cashback position is gonna be a net positive of $2,500. This is the way it's been for the last 8 years, and it's likely that there's always gonna be an incentive to drive movement through refinancing in the Australian market. By receiving a cashback every 2 years or some form of incentive, we wipe off another year of the loan. We've now got a mortgage down to 20 years. We want to keep reducing that mortgage from 20 years. We want to get it down even more. Now, we're down to 20 years and you would think the next step gets even more difficult, but it actually doesn't. The next thing we're going to do is super simple and it's going to wipe massive years off your mortgage. When you enter into a mortgage, the banks will put you in a default of monthly repayments. This is to their favor because you pay interest later, meaning the loan is larger and you're paying interest on it at a later point, so therefore there's more of it. The key here is to reduce your repayments to weekly instead of monthly. We're gonna commit to this throughout the life of the loan. If we guarantee that we're paying weekly throughout the life of the loan, we take off another 4 or 5 years. That's right, we reduce the loan now to 15 years. We've gone from a 30-year mortgage and we've pretty much wiped it in half by paying weekly, making another $100 a week in repayments than we have to, and by refinancing every 2 years. That's realistically how you can turn a 30-year mortgage into a 15-year mortgage without much sacrifice. Now, to reduce your mortgage from 15 years below, this is where it does get more difficult. Now, you've probably seen these ads online or people talking about paying a mortgage off in 7 to 10 years. This is absolutely possible, but it does get much more difficult. The reality of this is there's only 2 real ways to do it, and they're kind of the same thing anyway. The way people do this from this point is to increase how much they're paying off the loan through accelerated repayments, even more so than that $100 a week. This, however, isn't really possible for everyone because to stretch yourself beyond that can get pretty tough. The way people generally do this will be to buy an investment property. By buying an investment property, holding it for a few years and selling it, we'd hope to make a profit of about $150,000, and this is after capital gains. By doing this, we've wiped off another 5 years off the mortgage, and we're now at 10 years. Now, to get beyond this 10 years, it's a little bit of a rinse and repeat. That means we're going to buy another investment property and do pretty much the same thing, holding it for 4 to 6 years and trying to make another $150,000. The assumption here is that we do the same process and we would then reduce the mortgage to 7 years by making another $100,000 down payment on the mortgage through the sale and liquidation of your investment property. So that's the way it's done, reducing a 30-year mortgage to 7 years. Some of this stuff is very easy. Some of it is a little bit complicated. But the important part is none of it is impossible. It's all believable. You can easily pay weekly. You can easily refinance every 2 years. It's a little difficult to pay an extra $100 a week for the life of your loan, but for those who budget and really want it, they can make it happen. It's obviously a little bit difficult to buy an investment property and even harder to buy a second investment property. But over the course of 10 years, buying 2 investment properties, not having them at the same time, having one, then having another, it's not completely unbelievable that the average person could do that. So that's it, guys. I hope that was of great value. Hope this might have decoded the myth of how to pay off a mortgage in 7 to 10 years. It should show that it's something that can actually happen. If nothing else, what you want to take from this video is that you can do the simple stuff. You can get that mortgage to 15 years by refinancing, paying weekly, and paying an extra $100 a week. These are things everyone can do. It doesn't require any risk. It just requires a bit of discipline. And for those who are really committed, making further extra repayments or buying an investment property or 2 is the way to get that loan from 15 years to 10, 7, or who knows, even less. It's entirely possible, but the one thing that you should understand is you need help. You need guidance. At Refinancer, we're going to support and guide you throughout the entirety of your loan. We're going to push you to refinance every 2 years because it saves you money. We're going to guide you to pay weekly, and we're going to show you if an investment property is possible. Even if it's not a route you want to go down, it's still good to understand what's possible. The budgeting side, when you pay an extra $100 a week, that's completely up to you. So that's it, guys. That's how you can drastically reduce your mortgage. Hope this video was helpful. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions. I'd love to be of help, and we'll catch you next time.